Good intentions, good intentions, good intentions. The power of word. The power of word. And the power word today is going to be bipolar. 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 And bipolar has to be broken up into its perspective errors, right? Because bipolar has multiple definitions. It has an English definition and it also has a scientific definition. Bipolar is consisted of two words. The first word is the prefix. At the beginning of the word is bi. Bi is bi. And bi normally stands for biweekly. When you getting paid from a job, is biweekly, meaning two, every other, right? And then that's also the word bicycle. When you see the word bicycle, the bi in the front of the sickle means actually two. Instead of having a certain amount of number of wheels, a unicycle has one wheel. A bicycle has two wheels. A tricycle has three wheels, etc., etc. But we're not talking about the one. We're not talking about the three, but we're talking about the two. So we're talking about the word actually bipolar. So to understand what bipolar was, we had to know what bi is. And bi is the prefix at the beginning of the word that means two. The English definition of the word polar is North Pole, which is up, and South Pole, which is down. North Pole, which is up, and the South Pole, which is down. That is the English definition of the word polar. But polar also have a scientific definition, and the definition is polar substance have a positive and a negative charge of atoms. A positive and a negative charge. A positive and a negative charge. It says they have electrons, which is dipoles movement, meaning that it have multiple movements inside of it, meaning two components that come together that have different, what's the word I'm going to look for? It have different objectives, but it still has a common purpose, right? Power over it. Let's get into it. So, what is the North Pole and the South Pole? I'm glad you asked. The North Pole, the South Pole, let's start with the South. The South Pole is the bottom of your feet. And the North Pole is the top of your head, which is your crown. There's your soul, that is your feet. So you have a soul that is inside of your feet, right? Everybody that has a religious or a Christian background believe that the soul is one of the things that the devil is after. The devil is after the soul, which is at the bottom of your feet. The soul is nowhere else in the body. It is the most important part of your lower part of your body. But there are chakras that are in your body that as you go up, there's the main chakras are the heart chakra, the third eye, and the crown chakra. There are several chakras in the body, and all of them have to be aligned. But all of those that are in the middle are subject to the north and the south. Because the south is the lower self, which is the devil himself. And the higher part, which is the crown, is the higher self, the higher consciousness, the greater thinking is the great I am. So your bipolar disorder is not a disorder, it's actually a battle. It is a war within self. It is a battle that is within self. And choose ye this day who you shall serve, because whichever one you serve, that's going to be who you're going to be. And when I say lower self, I don't mean evil, because the devil was not dumb. The devil was not stupid. The devil had wisdom. The devil had understanding. But at the same time, the great I am has one thing that the devil did not have. And not only the flesh, because both possess the body. The devil has the part of the body which is in the soul. And the great I am, which is God, has the higher part of the body. But the great I am and the all has something that the devil don't have. and that is Sekinu. Sekinu is the Hebrew word for righteousness, and righteousness is sacred. So we choose this day who you shall serve, because the righteousness of self is the greatest part and the greatest desire and the greatest fulfillment of life. So bipolar is not a disorder. It is actually a battle. It is actually a fight that is within self. So we have to not continue to fall for the things of the world, but continue to strive for the things of God, to be able to see and to know and to adore all of the things that are from our heavenly creator. We cannot continue to fall. Stay up. We can't continue to fall. Have a great evening.